Guys, my name is Mapen, and today we are playing, or like, and today we are going into the what if civilization started over scenario. Now, today we're gonna be looking at some events happening as all the time, actually. I did a little update on this map. For example, Lake Baikal and Bishek don't look absolutely fucking horrible anymore. And I deleted some cities in Germany because it was overpopulated. Also, America doesn't look as bad, and I finally added a river layer. So I shaped some borders which were supposed to be shaped by rivers to be actually shaped by rivers, if you know what I mean. But anyways, we are going to be looking at the first um event of the video, which is an a union or like more of a marriage taking place. And it's gonna be between the Bohemian country, signed Bohemian country, and this maroon. Oh no, that's Russia. And this maroon country, which is like I don't know, maybe like I don't want to say Berlin because that's here actually. I guess that's I don't know. Well, let's go to the second event. I don't know if it was last episode or the second to last, but we have seen the absolute fragmentation of Anatolia. Absolutely like dying out of Anatolia. And we are going to see pretty major war actually right now. And it's after Greece. You know, they are just out on a high, absolute fucking high. You know, they just beat their absolute arch rivals, and they're happy, yeah. So, what do they do to celebrate that? Of course, they start invading into Helios, or like this magenta, this red North Turkish country, and yeah, I don't think that's really intelligent. Like, what the fucking hell? But yeah, start just doing it, and Red Turkey is like, what the hell do we do? And then they turn to this brown country. They say, hell nah. And they go to these small countries. They say, hell nah. They go to whatever this is. And they say, hell nah. And obviously, Anatolia is in fucking depth of the century, so obviously they say, hey, nah. But this country right here says yes, which yes, I do find pretty surprising myself. And we see that these guys, they're not really nice as they immediately take over Rhodes and this other island, and they are really like pushing now into this small into the I think this is the Bosphorus Strait. And they even reach this and they even take over these smaller islands in the Aegean Sea. Now, West Turkey is can now finally push back the Greeks a little because uh Tur Greece right now has some bigger problems and they eventually kick them out of the continent. So UPAO. And they don't stop there though, because uh they cannot really go into, I guess it's gonna be called Constantinople in this universe, because most of the time it was under Greece, if I know correctly. So they actually went right here, which is pretty smart actually, and they encircle Constantinople and start sieging on it from the other side as uh, North Turkey starts pushing into inner Greece. But Greece isn't just fucking incompetent. They are quite competent. They just, you know, are they just have all their army just fucking killed in the right here. So they finally start uh so they finally start uh invading into Ray, Turkey. Um and they take over this island. My God. And they take over this island. What I just look. It, and this is pretty interesting war, you know. And we're gonna come back to it in a little while. Hey guys, you remember the fucking absolutely crazy dictator that runs this country right here? Yeah, well, he's, well, as I said right now, absolutely crazy. So he decides to invade into this small Monaco, I guess, country and absolutely obliterates them. And yeah, it's not, it didn't go good for the Montpellier or like Montpellier country, and they quite, what the hell just happened? And they quite obviously surrender, which yeah, that's bad. Um, why is this city not on the, what is wrong with, what? Okay, okay. I don't know what just happened in my brain, or like it was just some paint. I don't know. I don't know. Mm. Going to Germany for a bit, we see that this red country is actually gonna start also invading, and it's gonna be into this other us, and it's gonna be into this country right here. Now, I don't know why. I mean, they are pretty much an easy target, and yeah, they take them over easily, and blah blah blah. Yeah, absolute full annexation, of course, and deletion of their capital city. Finally, this area is becoming a little less crowded, but like, still absolutely fucking horrible border guards. Like, it doesn't even matter. And Spain now starts making a colony over here, and I think it's Lagos, like right here. A little bit of a race for Africa starts happening between the three major colonial powers that right now are in uh Africa. The first one is Britain right here. The second one is Italy right here, and the third one is Spain right here, and kind of right here. Although this part, oh, shit. Although this part of sh- this part of like Morocco isn't actually a colony. It's kind of like what was it called? It's kind of like Algeria for France because they are treated like a part of the mainland. Well, this here is used as a colony. But yeah, let's go to the next event. Now, finally back to the Greek war, we see that it's not going well for Greece. Like they are getting absolutely bombarded, but like these guys already took over a city, and yeah, sure they're holding on to this, but like um they are slowly, they are like basically all of the Aegean islands are now under the Great Turkish control. So yeah, it's kind of over for Greece. And we finally see that Red Turkey takes over, that Red Turkey takes over. So how is this? That Red Turkey finally takes over Constantinople. Finally, after like only a few months of fucking World War One uh World War One ass warfare, like 200 people, 200,000 people dying by getting a single centimeter of land. Yeah, finally they take over Constantinople. And this obviously takes a huge hit to the Greek economy. And yeah, it's over. It's over. Come on now. Like they even take over the Strait of Bosphorus, and they take over two another cities, well, three if we count this. And with this great Turkish country, they take back over this island, and we see that Greece just surrenders. The treaty looks something like this, with uh, Red Turkey taking over this part of I think it's called Truce, Truce, right, something like that, and Grey Turkey taking over Rose and this other small island. But we see one more thing happening actually, and that is that the uh, let me get the shit. And that is that a new alliance is forming between Great Turkey and Red Turkey. This is pretty big news, you know? Like, actually not the square alliance, that the earliest one. So, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, let's say the Circle Alliance, sure. The Circle Alliance is now formed with Red Turkey and Grey Turkey, or like Red Anatolia and Grey Anatolia. I don't know why it just stopped. And we see one more thing because Red Turkey absolutely hates Lime Anatolia. You know, they always hated them. And now that they control the Constantinople and Lime Anatolia has land here that they cannot get to because the Strait of Constantinople. Of famine pretty much happens in this part of Anatolia. It's horrible. Like there's maybe 500. No, that's too much. Maybe like 100,000 people living right here, and like 75,000 people die before before Lime Anatolia somehow gets this country to let them go straight over here to this, because these guys also hate Flame Anatolia, but you know, they took a little convincing, and by convincing I mean being bru and I mean brutally, like forced to let them put the trade through there to this little part of Anatolia. And I think I can actually end the video here. There wasn't that much happening, but it was quite an interesting episode with Spain, the Commonwealth taking over. I don't want to say it's Lagos. Lagos is like here, actually. Well, then taking over this uh Niger Delta, a war happening in Anatolia, and some things happening in the HRE area with Bohemia and these guys. Yeah, so can see you guys in the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever the fuck, and see you later.